Alright folks, I'm just taking a little rest here from my hike. It's pretty hot out today, so I'm just stopping in the shade here. I just wanted to do a couple quick reviews. Just did the Remington 700 here, and then we're just going to look at the Elcan OS4X. I'm really impressed with it. Bought it for, I think it was $11.50 with tax roughly. Bought it new, I didn't buy it used. I think they're going up in price though now. Everything's going up with inflation from COVID and all that. Unfortunately, everything's skyrocketing in price. I've seen them online for close to $1,700, which is crazy because these things have been selling for $1,000 for a better part of basically since they came out actually. So I'm glad I kind of nabbed one before the prices got jacked up. It's a very, very good optic. Basically, it's a battle sight. If I understand correctly, the British military actually just bought this as their standard issue optic for their military. It's a really rugged optic. It's got kind of that rubberized housing. That's actually might just be anodized aluminum. Yeah, it is. Just anodized aluminum around it. And then basically these things, I've never heard of them breaking, but people don't typically throw them around like crazy either. Has an arms mount on it, and you can zip tie these shut if you're worried about them coming open. Should clamp to any mil-spec Picatinny rail. I have heard some reports of when people try to mount it to an out-of-spec rail, if it's a little bit under-spec, it won't mount properly, so you gotta shim it with a bit of, people were using, I think, aluminum foil, but, you know, most rifles should have a 2-spec rail on there, so you should be fine. Elevation and windage adjustments are right here. You got a little lock here so that your elevation adjustment doesn't change, but you just flick that guy up and you can rotate it back and forth. So these are external adjustments, not internal optic adjustments. That's what makes the scope so tough. When you have internal adjustments, it leaves more room for possibility of damage. So yeah, and then your windage is just right here. You just turn that back and forth. What else do we want to say about it? You can mount, this thing's set up so you can mount a plate on top and put a red dot on there. So you can buy a little kit for that if you do want that kind of one power. It'd be good for like 3-gun or something if you do competition shooting. The reticle is illuminated, so you can unscrew this guy to put a new battery in. I can't remember the type of battery it takes. This one I've never seen before. Just kind of specialty battery maybe or something, but and then you just rotate this guy to turn the illumination on or off. So that's pretty great. I'll put in some video of me looking through the reticle at different ranges here, but we'll just look through the reticle real quick. It's always hard to line up with my phone, but definitely doable. It's always a little bit further over than I think it is here. Alright, so let's look through this thing here. So we're looking like, that's probably 20 to 30 yards away there. You can see that chevron reticle. I'll bring it up onto the road here. So really wide field of view, really nice. We'll turn on some of the illumination settings here. See if we can see it. Might be on the low settings. There we go. So that's at maximum. Looks a lot better than it does on the camera, to be honest, but basically like a red dot. So that's really nice. Make sure this is set on off here. There we go. So all in all, really quality optic. I definitely recommend getting it if you can. Comes with these lens covers, which are actually really nice. You can flip them open, but you can actually lock them open too. There's a little lock if you flip it like this. So they'll actually lock open, which is really cool. They lock open out of the way, which is nice. And then you get this little, I think they call it a kill flash. Basically, it's just so it doesn't show any reflections off the optical lens there. That's more for military stuff, but it does work as a sunshade. It's also basically doubles as a sunshade. It's about this big. So that's nice. yeah, overall, I highly recommend this. I know it's kind of a weird setup that I use. I use it on a little short to medium range precision rifle. But you can use this for a whole range of applications. If you could do like competition shooting for 3-gun and stuff, it's probably really good. This particular reticle is for 5.56, but because I do hand loads, even if I got the 7.62 reticle, it wouldn't match my drops anyway, so I didn't really care what reticle I got. This one works just fine. And yeah, so definitely recommend it, guys. If you're looking for quality optic that'll last you a long time, probably outlast you. I mean, if this thing gets destroyed, I'd be worried about what kind of situation you're in. You probably wouldn't survive whatever kills this thing. So yeah, definitely recommend it. And thanks for watching, folks. Bye.